Hey everyone, this video is recorded just after the State of Play live stream. Um, I decided to just delay it a little bit to maybe we get something, but we didn't get anything, like the usual. But yeah, I think June, May, maybe April, hopefully March, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, the subject of this video, the topic of this video is horse combat, and I don't think there's better place to discuss this than the Gyoubu boss fight. I feel like thank you, stranger, from tested some stuff in this boss fight, and we'll talk about it real quick. This is the live gameplay, so I don't have a script. We'll talk just about whatever comes to my mind. Was first thing first. Yeah, do it. Yes, this drift that Gyoubu did, the thing that where he turned 180 degrees backward. It's similar to the stuff that you do in Resident Evil, where you turn back quickly by just tapping one button. You don't have to turn the camera. This is very useful. It allows for much more freedom of movement and getting back to your target if you missed it. I feel like something like this, if they implement it in Elden Ring, I think in Sekiro, I think that this will be in Elden Ring, and I think I'm 100% sure that something like this will make horse combat much more fluid. Because the main thing about horse movement in video games is that it's just too rigid. It's too slow. You miss the target very often, and I haven't actually seen a game before that does this thing where you do a 180 degrees flip, whatever, with a horse. I haven't seen that before. The only game that I remember that does something similar is Resident Evil, and it's not even on a horse. But correct me on that if I'm wrong. Um, but yeah, the 180 degrees thing, I think it will be in Elden Ring. Maybe not, but hopefully it will be. I feel like it's something that is very needed. The other thing, look at the horse while Gyoubu was doing the combo. This is something that might be disappointing to some people. I don't know. I feel like it will actually make the combat on horses better. I think some movements. Focus on Gyoubu for a second. Some movements and some attacks will lock both the player and the horse in an animation. What I mean by that, some attacks you will have full control of your horse, like this one, for example. But some other attacks, like this one, both you and your horse will be locked in place until you finish the combo. I want him to do the one where he throws the spear. This one, no, not this one. Oh my god. But yeah, being locked in a combo on the horse, this one. Like definitely an attack like this. Of course, like I don't expect Elden Ring to have a spear that is that could be thrown as a whip or whatever that was. But I definitely think like the spin to win attacks that you have in Dark Souls with the large axes or large halberds. I think they could definitely have something similar to the one that Gyoubu did. And if you perform these attacks in Elden Ring, I feel like the logical thing to do is to have them lock you in place in the game, and because it doesn't make much sense to just use this attack on horse while the horse is moving, it will look weird and it wouldn't work because you could just spin to win and move away and then spin to win again. I feel like some combos will lock the player in place, and I definitely like that. I feel like this actually will make the combat have much more depth because it gives From Software much more freedom in what they are doing. Calm down. And I think definitely some of the weapons, or I think definitely there will be a lot of weapon combos for the horse combat. Well, I don't know how will that work, honestly. We still don't know how in depth the horse combat is, but if there are combos that you could perform on horse, is it gonna work just like Souls, where the first one who hits the enemy in PvP, of course, the first one who hits the other one will get stun locked? Is it gonna work like that? I'm not sure, honestly. But if indeed the horse combat have some depth and we have weapon combos, I could see that weapons will have different combos. I would say that the difference will be by weapon type. That is a wild speculation because I think having like moveset for every weapon on the ground and then on horse is a huge task. So maybe every weapon type will have different stuff. Nobody knows. The other thing that I think might also happen, weapons that are specifically better for horses and horse combat. And what I mean by that, weapons that don't usually work that great in on ground, but are very useful for horse and mounted combat. Maybe lances, maybe a weapon that works exactly like Gyoubu's weapon. Who knows, stuff like that. Maybe even archery. I haven't even talked about how archery might work in well, I talked about it a little bit in another video, but I seriously do not know how archery might work. Aiming while moving the horse is usually very hard because you can't see where you're going. But yeah, weapons that would work better while on horse is something I definitely expect. But yeah, that's all about the combat. The next thing is horse interactions and horse customization, and I need to get a better look at Gyoubu's horse. I honestly do not know about horse customization. I feel like there are two possibilities with the horses in Elden Ring. The first one is horse customization, and I feel like this is a little bit a wild guess. Like I feel like we won't get horse customization, and if we get one, it won't have a much depth. I feel like the possible scenario might be like several types of mounts. Maybe there are all horses, maybe we have wolves, horses, deers, and whatever other fantastical creatures that already exist in the world, and you get to unlock them by playing the game. I think this is more likely, honestly. If there is horse customization, yes, please, I want that, and I will gladly have that. If there are both different mounts, wolves and deers and stuff, and customization, then it's already the best game ever, but I don't think that will happen. The other thing is horse interactions. Like when you killed Gyoubu, the host kind of walks up to him and, like, I don't know, sniff him or something to see if he's dead. Something like that in Elden Ring would be great. Because the bond between the player and the horse is always cool. It was one of my favorite things in Shadow of the Colossus. And hopefully you get to name your horse too. Something else. Probably the last thing. God, I forgot. What was it? Yeah, will it be possible to kill horses? And if that's possible, will you be able to kill other players' horses in Elden Ring? Like, stop them from moving? That would be cool, honestly. But of course, hopefully horses respawn at the bonfire-like system or something like that. Or maybe not. Maybe it will not respawn. Maybe we'll have to tame another horse or something. We're getting very wild with our speculation here, but it's fun, honestly. It's fun to speculate. But I'm really curious about what will happen if your horse takes damage. And also, well, I barely dodged that. Getting knocked out of your horse is always annoying in games. Like in Ghost of Tsushima, just getting a hit in while riding your horse will immediately dismount your player. I hate that. Hopefully, there will be something like a posture-like system in while riding your horse, or maybe even your horse health is the same one as your health, and getting killed while on horse will result in you dying or something. I don't know how stuff will work, honestly. I'm not a game designer, but it's wild. It's wild to speculate about a game that we know nothing about. Also, the close physics on the horse. Wow, I love that. And the horse hair is also, man, doing all these combos while riding the horse. I can't wait. I can't wait for all the physics and the cloth physics, the hair physics, the fur physics, everything. Everything is everything seems like a wild dream. Yeah, I feel like that's it. Leave me alone, Gyoubu, please. I feel like that's it. There's not much else to talk about. That was cool, but I shouldn't have hit him. But yeah, this is about it. I think there's not much else to talk about in terms of horses and mounted combat. Other stuff, small stuff like when are you getting to get your horse? How much of the game will actually make your horse will require your horse to be present, like mandatory horse boss or something. I don't know. I feel like this kind of stuff were already discussed a lot within the community, so I'll just leave it at that. I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully we'll get something in March. Who knows? But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Not this. Peace.